Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, glad to have you here. Today we have another 2v2, or not 2v2, sorry, we have another 1v1 battle, Empire versus Wood Elves, and this is on Ultra Funds. So definitely a lot of money to throw around, and kind of changes the dynamics of some of these factions. You can see I do have a main line here of Swordsmen. I'm going to put this on slow-mo. I do have some Zentler's Reichsguard over here, who are just going to get slaughtered by all these forward deployed vanguarded wild riders, and yeah, this is not going to go well for these guys. You can see their lords are going to come in, so there goes 1,400 gold of units, which is very sad for me. But you can see I have a main line here of swordsmen, supported by these Sigmarite disciples, so I'm giving all of these guys 10% physical resistance. Or 12% magic resistance, 12% missile resistance. Where does that R of protection come from? Well, now I'm interested. Maybe it's this guy. Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. That is very strange. But that should definitely help in this particular matchup. But you can see that these guys, kind of closer to this unit, do get plus 10% physical resistance. So just making that front line a little bit beefier. Boris Todbringer in the front. I do have handgunners supporting my main line for just targeting Treekin. I do have one unit of huntsmen kind of forward deployed out here. I have the Tattersouls, the Sigmar Sons, and these guys definitely have a little bit more utility. You can see the Tattersouls do have fire damage, and the Sigmar Sons do have magic attacks. So definitely even better brings against the Wood Elves, who have lots of physical resistance and lots of vulnerability to fire. You can see I have some halberds in the back protecting this Hammer of Witches. I do have a Templehof Luminarch here with the nets, and I do have a Light Wizard with nets and Favre's protection, which when overcast will be an area of effect, so I can drop it on my whole line. I do have two Reichsguard over here. And yeah, I think that's my whole army here. You can see he does have two Wild Riders, one Glade Rider with Hagbane Tips, Spellslinger with the Lord of Life on an Eagle, a Glade Lord on an Eagle, a main line of Dryads with some Treekin, pretty common, some Way Watchers and Deepwood Scouts, and a ton of Eternal Guard. So we're going to get started right away, just because there's a little bit of kind of positioning here. I want to get in range of my cannon. I want to shoot these Wild Riders. But I really don't have a choice here. I don't think I can see most of these guys anymore. Yeah, you can see now they're hidden. Now that my poor Zentler's Reichsguard have been wiped out. I'm going to move up here. I think I'm missing with my cannon. I'm going to miss with the Templehof Luminarch. I'm going to come up here and just shoot some Treekin. Because why not? So, I'm going to take out a whole model there. I want to see how much damage that did real quick. Yeah, so almost 4,000 damage there against that guy, I think, because they started like 13,000. And you can see my cannon opening fire on these Treekin and these Way Watchers over here. Not doing very much. You see the Hammer of Witches. I think it's damage that got nerfed. Yeah, so 430, but it does have magical attacks, which is pretty good. You can see he's still trying to fire, but I think I'm actually obstructed, or maybe it just takes a long time. You can see over here my Reichsguard do get arrows of Kurnost as these lines approach. You can see my handgunners just ready to fire, ready to target these Treekin, because I know they're going to last forever. And it is not going to go very well for me. You can see an elf flying there. And you can see the Templehof Luminarch. I think once these guys get in range, I'm going to drop a big old net on them. And focus fire. You can see, what is that, an entire volley? And, you know, they're still pretty decent. I'm dropping a net. I'm going to shoot them as much as I can before the lines kind of engage. See there, it's withering, but I definitely should have brought the silver bullets. I just didn't have that extra 200 gold to spend, but he is dropping an earth bullet, so all this damage is going to get healed. And you can see Boris over here is going to get super focus fired. I always do this against the Wood Elves. I somehow underestimate this. You can see they did get shot by the Templehof Luminarch. And man, now Boris is turned around. He has that minus missile resistance, and he's just going to take a ton of damage. But at least, you know, they're not shooting at my handgunners. So that is one good thing. You can see over here I am opening fire on the Wild Riders. Took out an entire model there. And in this mod, that is definitely dangerous. So you can see some pretty accurate shots there. I do manage to sneak in a Templehof Luminarch shot while he's not paying attention. And I'm going to start trying to push around here with my Cav. But the Wild Riders in this mod are kind of scary, so I definitely can't take two of them, so I'm going to be pulling back. Heirs of Kronos coming down here. He's trying really hard to snipe my general. I'm trying really hard to barely survive. So Boris is just going to spend this whole battle healing in the back lines. You can see I'm dropping some serious fire down on these Treekins, down to 2 models over here. These ones are untouched, but luckily they are against the Tattersouls. So that fire damage is definitely going to come in handy. You can see here, just along the main line, I'm doing pretty well. Now I'm opening fire on these Deepwood Scouts. Over here, I'm still trying to just get a decisive engagement. My Reiksguard did take out some Wild Riders, and I should be pathing these Reiksguard in here soon, or at least running them around this way. I don't know what's going on over here. You can see that Spellslinger took a little bit of overcast. And these Wild Riders poised to come in, but the moment they do come in, I'm going to hit them with the Luminarch. I'm going to hit them with the net, and they're going to turn, so their shielded side is exposed. And I'm going to do what he did to my general. I'm going to shoot it with the cannon, shoot it with the Luminarch, shoot him with the handgunners, and this very expensive unit of Wild Riders is going to be taken out. So definitely a nice pick there, and definitely evening up for my loss of the Zentler's Reiksguard early on. But here you can see he's finally turned his attention to my handgunners, and almost 1 volley. 2 volleys is going to take him out. But you can see my Reiksguard did get in the back here, and they're going to be doing some damage against those Way Watchers. But they're not pushovers in melee. You can see they do have poison. The Eternal Guard come in the back, and he's supported by the Spellslinger of Life. So these Reiksguard are going to go down. You can see Boris hiding in the background. Halberds are kind of chasing off the remnants of these guys. But these handgunners are just getting focus fire. And that's why I'm bringing in my other unit of Reiksguard. Now that I've kind of dealt with both Wild Riders, I can kind of come in here and do whatever I want. And I'm going to get a nice charge here in these Way Watchers. Good, because this is a very dangerous unit. 72 armor piercing damage. But you know, they don't have any armor piercing damage in melee, so these Reiksguard are going to lay down the law. And here I'm going to net him. I'm going to just make sure he can't keep dodging my Luminarch shots. I think he dodged like 3 in this battle. And I'm going to fire just point blank, net him, put the eagle down. So definitely super cool. You can see these Tattersouls did deal with these Treekin with their fire damage. And now my Reiksguard are kind of free to ping pong. You can see these Way Watchers just like took it. They just took the charge, and they're fine. But I'm kind of just hoping to crush through this back line. See, he drops. He's trying to do an Awakening of the Wood on my Reiksguard to stop their slow-mo, or their charge by dropping the speed debuff. But I think he just ended up dropping it on himself. And you know, that penalty is going to start making some of these guys rout. My handgunners, you can see here, looking for Spellslinger. I'm going to drop another net on this guy. I think this is Luminarch net. No, that is the Light Wizard net. And, oh, the Luminarch just barely missing. Very sad. And you can see, you know, there's that much concentrated fire is going to rout any sort of lord. So definitely not good for him. See, these handgunners still, with that little health, still steady, which is definitely good. And yeah, with that guy, you know, all leadership is going to end at this point. You can see my main line just did very well. With those Sigmarite Disciples and the physical resistance, the Sigmar Sons and the Tattersouls really holding down those flanks. Yeah, and just being able to net those crucial targets before they hit my back line. And Boris surviving was definitely a big one. But again, look at this, just 0 kills. I don't know what's going on. Might be because I added the blood for the Blood Throne DLC. Um, but yeah, Zenler's Reichsguard definitely got 0. But definitely the MVPs. Templehof Luminarch taking out a bunch of Treekin. These Treekin are a 1300 gold unit, helping with those Wild Riders, like a 2300 gold unit. So definitely doing work. Adding another net, which is always nice against the Wood Elves. Yeah, definitely would bring the Silver Bullets next time, if I could. But anyways, great game to Vegeta, and you guys will see more of these games in the future. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and that's that.